And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, Jay, pull out your phone real quick and just type in Google yokes of iron and hit images. It says, and he, meaning the singular, is going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Full images come up.
Did you see the white man with the little curly cues, or who do you see?
Do you see a Chinese man with yokes of iron on his neck? You ain't going to see.
No, I see her.
You already told me when I asked you basic history about black history. You said we had yokes of iron on. You said we came over here on slave ship. You said that we was bought and sold. We read this out of the Bible. This is written thousands of years before it took place. That's how we know that the Bible is a true book. Because no other book has prophesied that happening to anybody. What's your question, buddy? No, what's that you read? This is actually the like if you pro-black, it don't get no blacker than the Bible. Like I'm gonna show you one more thing real quick. If you type in King Solomon on your phone and hit images, show me what come up. When you look at it. Okay. So now we're gonna read that.
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah,
so read Song of Solomon 1 and 1.
The book of Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon.
So these are Solomon songs. Watch what he say.
Verse 5. I am black.
Hold on, what King Solomon say?
I am black, but comely.
King Solomon said I'm black and handsome. Come on.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar.
So he said he is black as the tents of Kedar. I'm gonna type this in on my phone. The tents of Kedar are tents that are made out of black dough. But when what Google got up,
They got the white man on.
so who's lying? Is Google lying or is King Solomon lying?
Well, my thing was who put the information in Google.
There you
Yeah,
go.
but I'm saying, so exactly.
Google's lying. That's what I'm saying.
Right, so that's why, and the thing is, and we understand everybody's skepticism by the Bible, because who taught us the Bible? What group of people taught us the Bible? The white man. But did he really teach the Bible? Did you ever read about King Solomon being black? Absolutely not. Because when you go to Google, they got him as what? They got him as a white man. So now, Christ is in King Solomon's lineage. If King Solomon is black, what must Christ be?
So is this King Solomon? Well, I mean, I put black King Solomon.
Yeah, I mean a more accurate description.
Yeah, they got paintings of them. They got
Those are
actual paintings.
Those are actual paintings of King Solomon.
In hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, he shall put a yoke of iron upon.
It said, what?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now, Jay, pull out your phone real quick and just type in Google yokes of iron and hit images. It says, and he, meaning the singular, is going to put a yoke of iron upon your neck. Until yeah, Y-O-K-E. Y-O-K-E. Yoke of iron. Y-O-K-E of iron. And hit images. Tell me what come up. Full images come up.
Did you see the white man with the little curly cues, or who do you see?
Do you see a Chinese man with yokes of iron on his neck? You ain't gonna see.
No, I see her.
So, like you was talking about the skepticism, also that's why we're showing you, like we understand why a lot of people don't believe in the Bible, because they've been taught lies about the Bible. So like he just shows you, like what we've been taught is everybody's white and stuff like that. We just showed you that's not in the Bible. You understand that? So then that's why when I started talking out, they give us this image right here, but nowhere in the Bible can we read an image about an image that look like this.
I know he got woolly hair, but that's
So,
not woolly hair.
nah, I don't got woolly hair. So then also, all throughout this Bible, they got depictions of, so-called white men in the Bible. So this is supposed to be, who is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be Moses. You understand that? That's supposed to be Moses right there. that ain't Moses. Let's get Moses when he was mistaken as an Egyptian in Exodus, I think it's 3.
Right, so that go back to my thoughts, but
Because if Moses was mistaken as an Egyptian, and we know the Egyptians is black, what color does that make Moses? Black. So we ain't gotta read that. So you gotta ask, okay, so if, like what the captain was bringing out, that's based on the curses. The people in Israel don't fit none of those curses. So when I came here, I was asking you about sports. I asked you, why do we do better at sports than everybody else? And I told you that that was in the Bible. So now what we're going to do, go to Genesis 25 and 21. So now another reason why they taking stuff out of this Bible, I want to show you this. I want you to show this. You see this right here? This is the family tree of the Caucasian man today. He descends from Esau. So when you look at Esau right here, you go all the way down to the bottom, you see the Romans and the Greeks down here. So this is Herod and all of these people down here. These are your modern day Caucasians. So now what we're going to read about is the birth of Jacob, who we descend from, and the birth of Esau. So we're reading about the birth of the white man and the black man in the Bible, because they were twins in the Bible. So read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
Watch this.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So she said, if I'm supposed to have these babies, why am I having pregnancy problems? Because the babies was fighting in the womb. So we was fighting the white man before we was even on the earth. It was a fight back and forth between us. Watch this read.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
So she went to ask of the Lord, pray to the Lord. Watch what he said.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
So it say 2 nations and 2 manner of people. But watch this part right here.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Hold on, what God say?
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So now we got the TV on, we watch sports. NBA, NFL, soccer, track and field,
baseball.
How many white men you see in, let's just use the 100-meter dash. They don't even qualify. You understand that? They don't even qualify. They don't qualify nowhere. So it said one's going to be stronger than the other. So this is a physical attribute that's showing you that this is why we're stronger. So when we watch sports, now we understand why we're so much better in everything than they are. Watch this read. Yeah, everything we better, because God made us better from the beginning. Read.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
Keep reading.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
So remember, these are 2 different kind of people. They don't look nowhere near the same. The 2 nations, 2 manner of people. Watch this.
And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
So when white people are born, you know, they don't have any melanin in their skin. So what, the blood shows through their skin. So when the baby came out, you know how the white babies come out, they're real red. So he's saying this is the first time they ever seen a white man. So now when you read this right here, this is why they took this out of the Bible. I'm going to show you why they took it out of the Bible. Because I'm showing you right here, this is his family tree. So when you get down here, when you look up Herod and all of these are Romans right here. Understand that. So the Romans today are who? Your Caucasian, those are your Europeans, those are your American whites, all of that. So now go to Romans 9.
You said the first one came out what?
And the first came out red.
Oh, I believe that.
So this is a biblical description. Like when you just type on, like it's all over the place.
Yeah.
And guess what? They are, when you think about where we was at, we was over there in Africa where this taking place. So when you got to think about it, there's a lot of sun out there.
Yeah. So now this is why they took this out of the Bible. That family tree, all of this information. Let me show you why. So watch this right here.
Jump straight to 13?
Yeah, 13.
The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
So Jacob is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's our forefather.
But Esau have I hated.
So God hates that nation of people. You see that right there?
That's in our Bible.
That's in every Bible, brother.
It said, as it is written now.
Meaning it's written somewhere else. We're going to get where it was written.
Yeah, get where Paul was quoting from.
Yeah, we're going to get where it was
I'm
written.
going to show you, we're going to get where Apostle Paul was quoting from, because this is the letters of Paul. What you find in Christianity is they always want to run up Paul's letters and butcher what he said. But Paul said, as it is written, meaning what? He's referencing something. Right. Matter of fact, give me Romans 7:7. I'm going to show you something. Why was Paul making this reference?
The book of
Because when
Romans.
you're in the Christian church, you'll hear the dumb Christian pastor say the laws are done away with. You can do whatever you want to do. But that's not what Paul said. Read that.
Romans chapter 7, verse 7. What shall we say then?
7 and 1.
7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
So Paul, when he was writing his letters, he was writing his letters to the men that know the law. Like if I'm a basketball coach, right, I'm gonna send you a letter. Will a janitor be able to understand, the X's and O's and all that basketball? No, because I'm writing directly to you. You are a subject matter expert in basketball. So the conversation that you and I had about the technicality, the X's and O's and things like that, would be a lot different than to say you talking to me. I don't say obviously I don't come. You wouldn't be able to give me all the technical. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's not my field of expertise. So Paul is letting you know he's writing to them that know the law. That's why he said in Romans 9, he said, as it is written, Jacob have I loved. So we got to go to the law where it was written. Read that.
The book of Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet you say, when hast thou loved us?
Hold on, read verse 1.
Verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi.
So it said, this is a burden of the Lord to Israel by the prophet Malachi. Listen what he going to say.
I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet you say, when hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother?
So he said, was not Jacob and Esau brothers? We read that in the book of Genesis, correct? They was twins. Come on.
Saith the Lord. Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau.
You see what the scripture says? It said, yet I love Jacob, meaning you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel today. Come on.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
And so this is talking about during the dark age when they was ran up into the Caucasus Mountains. Come on.
For the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished.
So they said they were impoverished during that time. This is during the dark ages when we were actually in rulership. That's why they called it the dark age. When you look at that whole time, the Byzantine Empire was all black. We ruled throughout all Europe, Russia. That's why when you go over there, you see the paintings of King Solomon, those are on the old cathedrals and things like that throughout Europe and Russia. Because we ruled for over 1,000 years during the Dark Ages. But guess what? The white man came back in the Renaissance, meaning rebirth, and that's when white supremacy reemerged on the earth.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.